Well, I should be live, so this is going to be interesting. Especially as my iPad's just locked. Need to turn on notification center. Hold on. Delightful, a blank screen. But let's go back into here, and we should be there. So, I've no idea how this is going to work. Sorry for it being a very dull blank screen. Simon has sent me some artwork here, but it's not letting me download it. What is going on with my messages? Sigh. Right, let's try it. Let's go and grab that. Let's see if we can't put an image in the background. All very riveting stuff for a live stream. Maybe I should have been a bit more prepared, but that's ridiculous. No. We're going to put that there. Move the chart. If there's a way to make that slightly more opaque, I would do. But you know what? We're going to drop that to the bottom. Yeah. So OBS is asking for a heck of a lot of... Why is that after accessibility? You know what? I'm not going to give it accessibility, but we are going to do this. Don't know why. Looks a bit crap, but it'll do for now. This is only a test stream. I will do a more thorough stream as I go along. No one's going to watch this anyway. Okay, so what we've got here is Ferrite for iOS. And this is just a very, very quick stream test demo thing of my system to see what we can do. Now, if my audio drops, I do apologise, but let me just take you through what I've done here already. You can see the timeline here. So the big area down the bottom, that's my scrubbing and scrolling area. That's the bit that actually lets me go left, right. With two fingers, I can zoom in and I can zoom back out. And it's where I've got a few controls. Now, what I've already done is I've already lined up the audio track. So how I did that was I took the merged audio that I had from the podcast we did with Paul Cavassis. And then I put in Paul, Simon, and myself and lined it up. So if I go to here, let's see if this works. And we press play. Let's zoom in, so I don't need that bit there. You're listening to another great podcast in the MyMac Podcasting Network. Sure. So loopback is a tool. So you can see there, I've got the VU meter showing me all the audio there on the top left. So what I'm going to do is this stream goes along, I'm going to go into the features as I go along so you can see how they're going to be used. So let's take this top track for a little bit and introduce you to one of the features that I like called Strip Silence. And it does exactly what you think. Now I'll show you what it is now. So I'm just going to do a small gap just to get started. Now, Ferrite works by really, really good. See, you can see I've moved this scrubbing line here. I don't actually need to. All I can do is tap anywhere. So I'm aiming for here. And you go split. And that is exactly where I touched. It's scary with just how accurate touching on the screen is. I mean, it's bonkersly scary. So as you can see there, I've just got that bit selected there. So I'm just going to tap on it, and we're going to do strip silence. Now what you can see here is obviously it's exactly as it says. Now you can't zoom in, or can you? Let's go in. Yes, you can. Look. So strip silence works on threshold. How loud or quiet does it have to be for it to warrant stripping silence? Fading edges. Now that's quite important. If you go 0, it's quite a harsh sort of cut. And you can see just here in the middle of the screen, by having the threshold set fade edge 0, it's quite rough. So I normally just dial that back up a little bit. I can drop the threshold actually. Let's see if we can get that bit. So once you've got used to the settings, you literally just leave. Once you know the people that you're talking to, you can work it out automatically. It just becomes second nature. And min silence is how much of a gap does there need to be before you strip silence. So that's 3 seconds there. If I dial that back, I normally like to leave it for about half a second. Let's just get these edges right down a bit. I think that will do us just as a demonstration. It's always worth just going through and just doing a bit of a visual check until you've played around with it enough to be confident with strip silence. And once we've done, we literally just click done. And that's it. All the audio has been hopefully nicely segmented off. Now, why would you want to do this? Well, it means that, so for example here, I've got some audio. So what it's done there is, because there was a gap on the I can literally just go tap, delete, and then that's all it. Now you can do all tracks. I'm not really a fan of doing all tracks. I don't have the confidence to do it, but let's try it. Okay, that hasn't worked. I would have thought it would have done all of them to bring the timeline together. So now it goes from this. So now if I give another demonstration, so with Paul, and around about the same area, Paul's audio is really good, by the way. He's managed to fade it quite nicely, and I'm a bit jealous of how he's done that. So we're going to split it, because we only want to do that area. Let's just do a strip silence. Now you can see what I said about earlier about the fading of the edges. His audio tails off quite nicely. So if I was to leave it on full and not fade it out, because he's got quite what I imagine a soft gate, it has that lovely little tail off. So you just want to sort of, I think, bring it to there, because he's not that gappy as Paul. That's all right there. And I think, in fact, we could probably just drill that down a little bit. There we are, that'll do. So now that means if I want to do any sort of quick, dirty editing, so for example, we've got crossover here. Now that is how it's actually recorded. So now I can just tap on that, drop it in, and I've got a nice little edit there. So we're almost there on a bit of the start. So I'm not going to strip silence on me just yet, because I want to show another feature, which is you tap, single tap highlights that audio. A double tap selects all of the audio on that track, and then if I'm right, I've turned notifications off. You triple tap, and it selects everything. So now, if I do that, I've moved them all across. Let's list that again. So right, so on this track here, I'm going to have trouble using that because my audio, for whatever reason, is really, really quiet. So let's have a look what we can do here. I don't actually know at this point of time. I'm just making this up as I go along now. Effects. I suppose we could add a warm amplifier to it. Let's see what happens. Go back to this, get some audio. Okay, that didn't seem to do anything. Okay, what else can we try? Automation, track volume, effects. I actually don't know what to do at this point. Kind of makes it a bit hard work for me here because my audio is so quiet. Right, let's have a think here. Now, there are one or two other issues that I've got as well. I haven't got any markers, so there might be quite a lot of stop-starting to edit the audio. And what you can do is, by the way, it's worth mentioning that Ferrite is non-destructive, so you can see this little gap here. If I wanted just to tail it off a bit more, you can just uncrop it. So that's always a worthwhile thing. Right, so let's go back into some editing. I'm not happy with me doing underlying stuff there. So there's a lot there that's going on. I'm just going to split that off. So I've got my audio block here, and you can just literally drag it to the left. I've got that audio there. Simon had an so I can get rid of that dead easily just by tapping it and doing that. So again, and because I'm in this sort of level now, I can just drill right in. So we've got it here. It's after there we are. So I can just do that, triple tap, bring it all across, and now if we just go back. I'm just wondering, actually, you guys can't actually hear my audio, can you, from my iPad? So let's add audio input capture, maybe. I've just realised I've just device. Or yeah, I've just realised you're not actually hearing my audio. So how would I do this? I'd have to pipe the. I'm gonna have to come back on this one. I did say it was a test stream. Let's try cancel. Let's add audio output capture. Let's try that. Where am I outputting from? No, I've got nothing to open from. All right, so I've got a slight issue here of trying to capture the audio. Hmm. It's not a. I know what it might be. Let's try this. No, I've got audio coming in from there. Interesting. Interesting. Not sure how I'm going to do this now because, yeah, I might have to come back to the stream on this. But I thought I would just do a very quick sort of test to see uh, is it working and can it work? And I believe the answer is a big fat no. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Which is a shame. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to change software. Right, I'm going to stop the stream and then come back and work out what to do.